Okay, so here's some help for section 3.3, multiplying fractions. I picked number 4 because you can go about it one of two ways. You could do the algorithm for multiplying, which is just multiply the top by the top and the bottom by the bottom. That would give you 77 on top because it's 11 times 7 is. But then you need to do 14 times 33 on the bottom. So 3 goes into 4, or 3 times 4 is 12, then 13, and then 3 and 3. So it would give you then 462. Now the problem with that is now you got to reduce. So then you got to figure out what numbers can I divide both 462 and 77 by, and maybe you go, oh, well, they're both divisible by, I don't know, 7, and you figure out, oh, that's 11 over 66, and then say, okay, well, those both divisible by, oh, those are both divisible by 11, so it's 1 over 6. Or what you may remember and we talked about in classes, hey, I could actually kind of factor everything ahead of time. This is 11 over 2 times 7 times 7 over 11 times 3. And whatever has a common factor on top and bottom, like 11, goes away. Same thing with 7. And with anything that's taken off is replaced, if everything's gone, it's replaced with a 1. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 3 is 6. Okay. All right. Number 12. Good old number 12. We've got negative 2 and 14/15 times 3/8. Now, the key to number 12, I mean, is you have to make this an improper fraction. Ignore the negative for a second. Okay? To make it an improper fraction is 2 times 25 plus 14 all over 25. So that gives me 50 plus 14, which is 64 over 25 times 3 over 8. But don't forget, this guy's negative here, so this number is negative out front, which means there's one negative sign in the whole problem, which means one number is negative. Okay. Now, at this point, hopefully you would catch that, hey, 64 and 8 are both divisible by 8. So now what I'll get is 8 times 3, which is 24, over 25 times 1, which is 25, negative 24/25. Yeah. 22. 22 is the next one we'll take a look at. Okay, good. Now for this one, it's the same exact idea, but I got to put 2x as a fraction, so it means I have to do is 2x over 1 times 1 over 4x squared. Now, what I would suggest you do, and so I suggested in class, is to break down the 4, which is 2 times 2, and the x squared, which is x times x. And the reason I suggest that is it makes it really easy then when it comes time to cancel that, oh, we will lose 1, 2. And we will also lose 1x. That's also gone. So that gives us on top then 1 times whatever, well, nothing, well, 1. And then 1 times 2 times x, which is 2x. There we go. So 1 over 2x. Last but not least, number 30 then out of the homework. Okay, we've got to multiply these together and evaluate it in simplest form. So here's what you need to do first. Anything that's a mixed number needs to be made into an improper fraction. So 2 times 9 is 18. 18 plus 1 over 9 is going to be then 19 over 9. A is negative 5 over 6. Again, B, you know it's going to be negative. Now 3 times 8 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27 over 8. And then 7 over 10. Okay, so make them all into improper fractions. And then take care of your negatives. Well, there are 2 negatives. They're gone. That's positive. And then I would say cancel whatever you can cancel. For instance, 5 and 10 is 2 and 1. I can take out, what, with 6, I can divide that by 3, so that's 2, and that is 9. Hey, the 9's canceled then. They're both gone. They become 1s. And I think that's it, because 19 is prime. Yeah, that's it. So on top you have 19 times 7. On bottom you have 1 times 2 times 2 times, or 1 times 2 times 8. So I'm just going to do 2 times 8 times another 2. So 19 times 7, 3, 6, then it's being 153. And then 2 times 8 times 2 is 16 times 2, which is 32. And you can leave it as 153 over 32 for me. If you want to make it into a mixed number, knock yourself out. Hey, but there you go. That's section 3.3.